Paradox of fertility. The paradox of fertility is found in the Hebrew Scriptures. The Lord said to Abraham that he would have more descendants than there were stars in the sky. The paradox is that Abraham's wife, Sarah, was barren. It should be noted that culturally, a woman was barren if she had never given birth, or she only gave birth to girls. Sorry ladies, but that was the culture in the Near East, even in Yeshua's day. How can Abraham have so numerous descendants when his wife was barren? The Lord heard Abraham and Sarah's prayers and gave them a son when she was old and past childbearing years. But then the Lord tested Abraham by instructing him to take Isaac, his only son, to Mount Zion and sacrifice him to the Lord. That is definitely a paradox. Isaac's wife, Rebekah, had the same problem of being barren. It took prayers for them to have children. The Torah says that they had twin boys. Think about how the family would expand to millions if the patriarchs have only one or two children. The percentage of babies growing into adulthood was not very high. Jacob married 4 women and had 12 sons, and 1 daughter we know of. Jacob's favorite wife, Rachel, was barren. She had Jacob marry her maidservant to have children for her. Eventually, the Lord let Rachel give birth to Joseph and Benjamin. The 12 sons got married and had children. When the family moved to Egypt, the Torah says that there were 70 in the family. Mathematics tell us that there were probably more members of the family, meaning that some stayed in Canaan. The Jews in Egypt were called the Hebrews, while the family members who stayed behind were called Israelites. Several historians have said that the Israelites revolted against the kings of Canaan and assisted the Hebrews when they moved into the land. The paradox of obedience. There are narratives in the Bible where God commands something to happen, and even though the command seems odd, the person does it, nevertheless. Abraham was told to kill his son Isaac. Abraham was about to do it, and the Lord stopped him. That could not have been easy for Abraham. Another paradox is that at Mount Sinai, the people created the golden calf. They suffered from doing this. Later on, in the narrative, the people are told to make gold cherubims for the Ark of the Covenant. What is the difference between the gold calf and the cherubims on the ark? The paradox of the promise. Abraham was told by God that the land of Canaan was going to give to his descendants. However, when Sarah died, he needed a burial location. Abraham had to deal with the Hittites to purchase land in Canaan. Since the Lord gave the land to Abraham, why did he have to pay for land? Of course, the details are that the Lord was to give the land to Abraham's descendants, and not to him. The paradox of blessing. This one is difficult. So, the Lord says that all people will benefit from Abraham's faith. However, after 270 years of bondage in Egypt, the Lord brought the people to Canaan. The Lord tells Moses to instruct Joshua that he must remove all the pagan people from the land. If they cannot do this, then those people will become a thorn in their side. The Canaanite people had the choice of leaving the land quickly, try to join the Israelites, or die. How is that a blessing through Abraham to the Gentiles? The paradox of omnipresence. The Lord is believed to be everywhere on earth. Why does the Torah tell us stories of his coming and going from earth? The paradox of the red heifer. The red heifer story can be found in the book of Numbers, chapter 19. The people are instructed to bring their sacrifices to the tent of meeting. There was an altar in the tent where all sacrifices occurred. Then we have this narrative about a heifer being sacrificed outside of the camp. The paradox of justice and mercy. Justice and mercy are opposites and are always in contention. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth is the basis for the lex talionis, justice. However, one is supposed to show mercy to a person who wrongs you. So, which do you do?